On the 21st of April 1937, in the United States, after 11 months, the Remington Rand strike finally ended. Office equipment workers affiliated with the American Federation of Labor voted to accept a settlement and return to work. The labor dispute had involved 6 factories and was one of the longest strikes of the decade. Joseph Avenel, Secretary General of the League of Nations, drafted a statute concerning German refugees in response to the growing number of people fleeing persecution under the Nazi regime. Several European countries agreed to abolish air-mail surcharges, known as luchtrecht or air right, for international air postage. This followed the precedent already set by the Netherlands and Scandinavian nations, hence why it has a Dutch term, luchtrecht, making airmail service more accessible and affordable. In the Dutch East Indies, it was announced that in 1938 an Islamic High Court would be established in the colony. This court would serve as an appeals body for decisions made by the local religious councils, marking a formal recognition of Islamic jurisprudence within the colonial legal structure. Pan American Airways extended its San Francisco-Manila route all the way to Saigon, Vietnam, expanding trans-Pacific air travel further into Southeast Asia. Saigon is the one in the south, not the one in the north. It's Hanoi. I've actually been to Vietnam. I traveled north to south in about 6 weeks when I was like 19. No, good stuff. Anyway, final fact, over in Canberra, Interior Minister Thomas Patterson opened the first conference of the Commonwealth and State Aboriginal Authorities. The goal, to develop a unified approach to assimilating Aboriginal people into white Australian society, explicitly excluding those considered full-blooded. A contemporary newspaper report noted that some officials believed the, quote, pure black, end quote, population would become extinct within a century following this policy, underscoring the racial assumptions of the era. The conference was historically significant as it formally adopted assimilation as a national policy, marking a shift in how the government dealt with Indigenous affairs. This fact was submitted by an Australian viewer. Bit controversial, heavy stuff, but important to include these kinds of facts because, you know, these things did happen. Anyway, the average temperature in Berlin was, 8.6 degrees Celsius. And let's return to the front, where currently we're not involved in a battle. We are repositioning. Our infantry and our tank are heading into this tile that we just pushed the enemy out of. So let's have them move in, and after they have moved, we'll decide what to do next. We have an attack order into here. And there's no one even defending. So we may want to do that. I could redirect him now, but it's okay, I think. I want the Panzer to move in. Or maybe both of them. We already have an enemy regiment moving in. It will arrive in more than 3 days, though. So I think with our Panzer, we may be able to... Yeah, we'll be able to capture the tile before the enemy arrives. So that's good. Our Panzer will move in. And this guy should move over here next. I think that's good. And we'll take some tiles. We'll be very close to Madrid. But we'll see how that ends up working out over the coming days. So, yeah, that's it for today.